Hey everybody, I'm Willie T, and this is my new show that I'm calling Unpopular Opinions. Now, why do I call it Unpopular Opinions? Well, I've started to notice that within my peer group, within my community, within the more urban settings of the United States, which is where I live, there seems to be only one point of view, only one opinion that is considered valid or popular. And that is the ideology of progressivism. Now, whether or not you agree with progressivism is not my issue. My issue is with the lack of diversity of thought, of ideas, of opinion. Now, we celebrate diversity in all other aspects of life. Diversity of skin color, diversity of culture, diversity of religion, certainly diversity of gender, and these are all great things. We should celebrate them. But I find it ironic that when somebody says anything that differs from the way we think, we're very quick to silence them. We don't like diversity of ideas very much. Usually we use the tactic of calling someone a racist.
He's a racist.
All white people are racist.
Yes, all white people. All white people are racist.
Racism.
Racism.
Purely by racism.
We haven't talked about race. This was a white lash.
Or a misogynist.
All men are misogynistic.
Misogyny.
The undercurrent of misogyny and racism.
Or a homophobe. Or a transphobe. Or an Islamophobe. Or a xenophobe.
Racism and sexism and Islamophobia.
All cisgender people are transphobic.
The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic.
You get the idea. Now, I was a progressive for many, many years, and there are certainly many values that I still hold and still think are very important. But I can't stomach this lack of diversity in the thing that matters most. I can't stomach the outrage culture that has formed as a result of progressivism in the media, in academia. I frankly can't stomach the glorification of victimhood as if somehow whoever is a member of the most disadvantaged or victimized group is somehow the person who deserves the most praise or is the most virtuous somehow. And so I decided it's time to start talking about it. I can't keep my mouth shut any longer. I'm not going to be shamed and called a racist, privileged white cis male anytime that I have an idea that differs from the herd. Now, today I'd like to focus on what this show is and what this show isn't. What it will and what it won't be. Now, what it won't be is a show about bashing libtards. I won't be towing any party lines, Democrat or Republican. I won't be basing my arguments on feelings. There will be no ad hominem attacks. There will be no straw man arguments. But this show will be about holding people accountable. This show will be using arguments based on facts, on data, on tangible logic. on things that are tangible, not like feelings. I won't ever base an argument on what that guy said is mean, or be throwing the words racist and sexist and homophobic around as if they hold any weight anymore, because frankly, you've used them to the point where they've lost all their meaning. And it's sad because there are really racists in the world. There are really sexists in the world. There are really homophobic, nasty people in the world. I'd like to rein it in a little bit. I'd like to look at our world through a lens of logic, of rationale. And so I hope that by starting a discussion free from emotional arguments, that we might be able to start bridging the divide in this country that affects all of us in a vastly negative way. So, if you like that idea and you would like to hear more of what I have to say and hopefully contribute what you have to say so we can have a conversation, I'd like to make this very interactive because otherwise I'm just basically talking to a brick wall, and I would much rather use this as a tool to start a conversation between people. So my next episode will be dealing with just how this divide got started and why it is so wide. So stay tuned for that. So thank you, and God bless.